I need to notify Trinity Mother Francis we're inbound with code stroke.
When you or those you love are fighting to survive heart attack, stroke, or trauma, time is critical. During these life-threatening emergencies, you need the fastest and highest quality care possible. At Trinity Mother Francis, we know every second counts. So we don't wait for you to come to us for diagnosis and treatment in an emergency. We bring our highly trained staff and most advanced technology to your side.
They're able to recognize a stroke in the field. They're able to recognize severe trauma that would require surgical intervention. And through that specific training and these new advanced protocols, they're able to alert the hospital and integrate that service in the field with that's going to occur in the hospital. Champion EMS and Flight for Life have been an integral part of this hospital for the last 20 years.
EMS and Flight for Life are a vital part of our health system. The ambulance or the helicopter is the only medical care that they might have in their community. So we're the first line for the hospital and bringing care to that community.
No matter where you live in East Texas, Trinity Mother Francis technologically advanced Flight for Life medical team is minutes away. And that's never more important than when you face a heart attack, stroke, or trauma.
They actually have to provide advanced protocols that allow the patient to receive critical care and interventions at their doorstep. So in doing that, we're able to integrate clinical services in the hospital with that in the pre-hospital arena.
By the crews being able to determine and to notify code stroke and code STEMI and the major trauma notifications, we're able to cut off at least 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, that they would have normally waited in the emergency room. We have the most advanced pre-hospital treatment guidelines, if you will, of any other ambulance service in this region by far. And what we're essentially able to do is take the emergency room to the patient's doorstep.
For heart attack victims, quick, effective treatment not only saves lives, but also quality of life. When the artery to the heart is blocked, precious heart muscle dies every second it's deprived of blood. That's why the Champion EMS and Flight for Life medical team has the training, knowledge, and equipment to activate Code STEMI, a program designed to minimize the time between a cardiac emergency and life-saving treatment.
We like to say that time is muscle. And the longer an artery is closed, the more damage to the heart muscle and the more risk the patient is having of acute mortality. With the Code STEMI system, we're integrating the emergency medical system out in the field, the emergency room department, and the cath lab or cardiology department together in a very fast honed unit to open up that artery as quickly as possible. The bottom line on Code STEMI is that when you activate the Code STEMI system within the Trinity Mother Francis Hospital system, you have an educated EMS that's going to rapidly identify your heart attack and activate the Code STEMI system. You're going to have emergency physicians who are ready for you when you arrive at the emergency room, and a cardiac cath lab and cardiologists who are on their way rapidly to help treat and open that artery that's occluded. We're looking at the first comprehensive Code STEMI system in East Texas. We're looking at the first chest pain accredited system. And we're looking at an EMS system that is really unparalleled in the region.
When we talk about stroke, we talk about time equals brain cells. And because the EMS system sees the patients early after their injury or after their stroke, they're in the position to treat patients or start the process of treatment earlier. First of all, time. Time is critical. The sooner we can get the patients in to see us, the better off the patients are going to be. And by EMS and Flight for Life understanding this issue and understanding how we treat patients, they can become a tool by which we get patients in earlier. The other thing is by them becoming part of our system, the protocols that we are currently starting to institute in the emergency room can be instituted earlier. If it's a 10-minute flight or a 15-minute flight, we don't have to wait those 15 minutes to start instituting the therapies. That can be instituted in the field. In the end, it's time. Time is life, time is brain cells, time is spinal cord, time is heart. That's really what it's all about.
When your loved one faces life-threatening injuries from a car wreck or other trauma, Trinity Mother Frances Flight for Life team rushes to your side in the fight for survival. Whatever the emergency, we get you the medical expertise and treatment you need as soon as you need it.
They're highly trained, they're capable, they're trained in advanced life-saving techniques in the field. And our trauma service is very, very closely linked with what's happening in the field. We get information from the field before they even get here. And that information helps advise the trauma team, helps us be prepared, gets the OR ready. We're a level 2 trauma center, so the vast majority comes by helicopter, which means a minimum of 15 or 20 minute lead time. You know, there's general surgeons that do trauma, and then there's trauma surgeons that do trauma. I mean, we do vascular, cardiothoracic, major abdominal. Some of our areas of research have been on major abdominal disasters, major liver, aortic injuries and stuff like that. All the 4 trauma surgeons are at minimum double, if not triple boarded surgeons. We're all critical care surgeons. We have additional experience in burns, but I think the thing that makes us most unique is the commitment to the hospital to stabilization and treatment of pediatric patients. Why come to Mother Frances? It's a very progressive institution as far as trying to constantly trying to improve things.
When seconds count, Flight for Life is your safe and rapid air transport source for critically ill patients.
In the event you or your family members have a life-threatening emergency, such as a stroke, a severe heart attack, a severe trauma, Trinity Mother Frances Hospital has the cutting-edge medical technology and expertise in our clinical staff to be able to provide important life-saving measures that aren't available elsewhere. Champion EMS and Flight for Life are the gateway to that hospital.